the field. Nowotny making the Soviet forces now feeling somewhat inadequate. It's covering the infantry, which are now going to reclaim the territory as 222 just pops in and says hi. We're going to need to see some sort of heavy armor or AT response from the Soviet forces. What a wonderful blast noise that makes. 222 is just ripping apart things whilst the infantry needs to get into the zone. All the infantry in that area died. Going to move in, and the Tiger's going to retreat, go back into hiding, possibly using that building for cover, and going to pop out once again whenever it needs to. A Marine, I'm not sure if it's got an AT grenade, just a normal grenade. Sneaky throw, actually gets one of the guys. That seemed like a difficult shot. One of the German soldiers comes running through the door. He should have engaged that Marine sooner. But when you're sprinting, soldiers won't engage automatically. You need to stop them and manually tell them to shoot. Inuki's hypothesis on that situation was that the camera angle probably prevented him from clicking on the soldier and shooting him. You know, bear in mind that what I'm seeing isn't the player's camera. It's my own point of view. I can't see what everyone is doing. So, you know, it's not because they are bad players, it's not because they are amazing players, it's just because there's so many factors in this game you need to take into account. All we can really say is, this is a great battle unfolding before us. It feels very much like a 1v1 on both left and right sides of the map and a 2v2 in the centre. Some assistance from Pitbull as well. As for the Soviet and German forces, you know, that middle point is just the centre of attention right now. Everyone wants that position. Apologies to Pitbull and Shikada, as well as Black Widow US and Beer Soldiers, for not being able to cover their sides thoroughly. Very much like to, but there's constant action in this middle between Eva and Felony on the Soviet forces against Nowotny and Scorpion on the German side. Ferocious players indeed. Everyone's just constantly assaulting each other. Scorpion now bringing a 2-2-2 to this industrialized zone, and we've got some sneaky infantry from Eva on this right hand side. Not going to play into that 2-2's hands, not going to get gunned down today. Moving out of the way to that 2-2-2 seems like it's got somewhere else to be. Eva firing some SMG rounds into the back of that by the looks of it. Fiery explosions occurring in the centre. I'm sure you saw that. It did look painful, although I'm not an expert. I really hate pain. I really don't like blood that much. Nonetheless though, I play video games because video games is not real. Guards Rifle, a special infantry unit out for Eva, as well as an IS-3 also for Eva. Radio Op calls down artillery on top of it. Eva's not going to fall for this. Eva's well aware. You can see the lag happening. Presumably because of all the building destruction. I should rotate my camera away from that, but it's going to be hard to resist. To capture a full sense of the battlefield, more artillery closing in on the central flag location, taking out the sides of the buildings, and it kind of sped up there, which has something to do with the lag, I suppose. Nebelwerfer shots landing, trying to hit this IS-3. IS-3 backing away. Eva should not be worried though. I suppose she still wants to keep the gunner alive on top of it, which could be damaged by the Nebelwerfer shots. A huge portion of that building gets taken out. But yeah, usually Nebelwerfer isn't very good against heavy tanks. Often doesn't deal with it. Pitbull stealing the Flak 38, the second Flak 38 that has been stolen today. Not going to rotate around, going to shoot the guy right in front of it as Black Widow tosses a grenade onto it. Is it going to destroy the whole thing? Yes, it is. Flak 38 barely can withstand a grenade. I've not seen one survive a normal grenade. Black Widow with just a tank crew behind this wall with his pistol. I think he wanted to recruit that. He's not going to get the chance to now, though. The left-hand side of this small town... well, the middle was getting bombed, but the left-hand side has calmed down quite a lot since the earlier on in the game. There is a Pak 38 defending that area from Black Widow US, contributing to this middle battle just a tiny bit, just a tinsy-wincy bit. And finally the IS-3 and the Tiger start their sparring matches. Two heavy tanks face up against each other. And you can see Nawatani is using that building for cover. Artillery being called down on this infantry. Again, not going to fall for the artillery. It's just not going to work. Artillery grenades. Eva and Felony are well aware of it. We have a second flamethrower going to be used. Where is it going to be used? On these buildings? There's a guy there. Don't flamethrow your own guy. That would be a very bad thing to do. Hurry up and fire already. There we go. Oh, takes care of his own guy. Why, Felony? Why did you do that? That's... Oh, God, that... Seriously, I'm crying like a dinosaur right now. That's just inappropriate. You don't fire at your own guy with fire. That's just harsh. And I'm going to have to interrupt now because we have a Jagdpanther on the field facing up against the IS-3. IS-3 also has to be aware of the Tiger Nawatami using that time where the turret is facing the Jagdpanther to get some free shots at the IS-3. IS-3 fires and the Jagdpanther and destroys it. Jagdpanther is down. Its short life in this battle will not be remembered. Bard shall not sing thy song about the Jagdpanther. Eva now repairing the IS-3. It is currently immobilized with a track. Oh, if only I had some sort of replay system with a rewind button so I could take multiple shots from camera angles. This would be such a great highlight. Eva bringing in a second T-70 tank. Not sure what the purpose of this is. The Panzer's purpose is to die in a fiery explosion. We saw this earlier in a different game from Eva, just bringing in a light vehicle. Gets completely destroyed. Returning the artillery favour, not quite on the church. I would have loved to see that church get blown up. Not because I'm anti-religious, no. I quite like people who are nice about their religion. That's all well and good, but I just want destruction. Give me destruction. And the tower topples off and the building goes down and Nebelwerfer shots are coming down and the target's popping out. And the IS-3 is doing this and infantry's dying everywhere. Oh my. This has been an action-packed minute brought to you by InukiTV. I'm very glad to be casting this game right now. But, you know what, after that I need a drink. Oh, fuck it, I'll get a drink later. Shikada on his right-hand side, being very passive, by the way. It doesn't seem like he's going for that area much at all, or I'm just looking at the map at the wrong times when he's actually engaging. Kind of masked by the amount of action going on in the middle. We've got one infantryman crawling up into the centre as Pitbull assaults this side with a half-track. We've got some sneaky guys hiding in some craters here. Pitbull well aware of that, though. Staying clear of it. Another Flak 38 being brought to this left-hand side by Black Widow US. He really enjoys his Flak 38s. Then again, you know, open field in any infantry approaching. I would highly recommend some tanks on that side, but then again, I don't know what's lurking in the background for the German forces, if there is any tank. They're all AT gun. Second time the IS-3 has been tracked now. Tiger IS-3 battle still resuming. Fortunately enough, this tank commander on the machine gun is still alive. And notice how Eva decides to call in a different guy to come and repair the tank, leaving that guy on the machine gun to fire away and provide covering support. This guy who is repairing has an AT rifle. Yeah, I'm spent. We have a flamethrower burning down these houses now. From Felony! And where the hell is my co-caster? People want me to co-cast with Basra right now, and I wish he was here just to take the steering wheel for this. No matter, I've got to keep up. Inuki, you can do this, you can carry on. Huge assault going off in the centre. Even more huge than I thought it was as more infantry squads appear from the right hand side of the screen. They're going to assault one squad kind of going down the road. Not all together though, they are separated. Not wanting to sacrifice them too much. Remember, there is a Nebelwerfer in the background for the German forces that could easily obliterate all these guys. Nebelwerfer has great... well, doesn't have great accuracy, but then again, that's all the better for taking care of blobs. Sneaky pack gun in the back, heavy pack, locking down any armor advancing down this road, and there's already craters everywhere. We had a Puma. Puma, who was it controlled by? I missed the name. Just gonna have to assume it was Soldier. Pitbull bringing heavy a D1 howitzer to the left-hand side. I'm not sure what he's going to plan to do with that. Possibly kill some people, not make ice cream from it. Just an assumption, though. Artillery would be a nice addition to the center, just getting rid of any remaining buildings so the enemy cannot hide behind them or inside them. But just scrolling down here now, there's houses that were here that just are no longer there. And this battle is going to continue. I honestly think more of these buildings are going to be destroyed. We've got more hot flamethrower action. This guy is determined to take this zone. He was crawling on fire, but his life ends. How tragic that people are dying and buildings are being destroyed. It's not tragic at all because it is entertainment for us. This battle continues to be a long one. IS-3 and Tiger still alive. Tiger, I'm not sure where its position is currently, trying to avoid contact with the IS-3 for now as the IS-3 looks straight down the road. Remember that Tiger's going to have to come out with its side armor slightly revealed. Nowotny definitely knows this and doesn't want to risk losing his Tiger. I'm going to take a little bit of time now just to announce that there is a Steam group called InukiTV. It's open to the public. I'm going to be using it to post announcements such as when I upload a game and it's complete and ready for viewing. Also, I shall, on occasions, be asking if there's anyone out there who wants to play a game, just a random game, introduce some new faces to InukiTV because, viewing the same people over and over again, it's eventually going to get a little bit boring. There's some more guards rifle on this right-hand side. Just going to bring up the information for that if you're interested. Of course, you will have to be watching in HD to be able to see that in, actual text and not just a blur. But, I do hope you are watching these in full HD because, it really makes the most of the game. It looks a hell of a lot better, as it should. Tiger is popping out on the left-hand side. I don't know if you noticed, but the IS-3 is repositioning itself to try and deal with that threat. The Russians currently hold 5 points with a total score of 43 out of 100. Currently, no one has over 50 points, so this game is going to go on a lot longer. And I think that IS-3 shot a hole through that building. Weirdly enough, this Puma was being repaired by their soldiers. IS-3 notices Shikada with an IS-3, double IS-3 on the field. It could be bad news for the German forces. They need to respond to this in the way they know best, is just to get heavier armor out. I'm not sure what we're going to see from that IS-3. Maybe it could be used in some sort of assault. Pack 40 back there. Pitbull being assaulted by Black Widow US, taking cover behind these sandbags, which Pitbull put down himself. Pitbull doing repositioning of his howitzer. Good play. We have a second howitzer over on the central position of the map, providing good support. It can be used as an offensive weapon to shell the enemy, and then you approach as they are slightly weakened, even if it's just temporarily. You can make some damn good pushes by doing that. IS-3 and Tiger still going at it. This is one of the longest tank battles, and finally the IS-3 wins. Hull destroyed in that one shot. Gets a side shot off. Unfortunately, Nowotny wasn't quite facing the right direction and ultimately pays for that. It appears there's lack of anti-vehicle on the left-hand side of the map. My presumptions are based off Black Widow driving in a 222 to this location, slowly crushing that guy. The most horriblest death ever. Pitbull finally gets AT grenade on that vehicle, flipping it on its side. A second 222 from Scorpion, just lurking around this area, currently controlled by the Soviet forces. More infantry battling going on. It's just battle everywhere. Need to relax now. Felony also assisting on this left-hand side. And every time I say I need to relax, just something happens, and I'm gonna have a meltdown soon, I swear. Pitbull has two guys just hiding out on this this just nice house. It's a nice house. That's all I can say about it. It's a nice house. It's yet to be destroyed. Unlike this house, which has only got a door remaining. A 222 explodes